Alright, this is a long story so I'm not gonna green text it. I'm from Arkansas so I'm somewhat of an outdoorsman. And I don't drink or do drugs, especially when hunting. LOL. It was 2 years ago, where I live gun season starts mid-November, and that's when it gets on average 34 degrees Fahrenheit, and I was getting up every weekend at around 4:30 in the morning because the drive to my farm is around an hour to an hour and a half. So I'm packed and I'm heading down to the farm and it was a pretty uneventful drive as per usual. I had gotten to the dirt road and turned off on it. I had to slow down because the shocks on my truck are terrible and when I would go down the road I would bump around like crazy. Being a creepy story junkie, I am somewhat paranoid when I'm alone in the woods or just driving around in the dark. It's very wooded here. I'm around 15 minutes into the dirt road part of the drive and I'm rounding a bend and there was a deer laying gutted in the road. Oh shit. JPG. I had to maneuver around the body because I'm not getting out to check a dead deer in bear country, and I kept going. I drive past it and looked back in the mirror and I see a black heap come out from the woods when I'm a ways away. A bear, I knew it, I told myself. I kept driving and got to the main gate to my property. When I stepped out of my truck I just felt weird, not like oh there is something watching me type feeling, it was just, I don't know, it felt like I was in a Thanksgiving family argument. I felt stressed and cringed. I closed the gate and drove down through the valley opening to the bend that goes up a large hill and stopped the truck. Pitch black, with only the moon giving me some light, and I know this land like the back of my hand and so it wasn't a big deal. I start walking and I had put some synthetic doe urine on my boots and had a trailer with doe urine attached to leave a trail. I went down the hill and turned right into a small man-made clearing my father and I had made years before as a shooting lane with another trail going up and to the right. I had put a double-seated tree stand there and so I got in it. When I got in the stand I put my bag on a hook that I had drilled into the tree, and I settled in. I sat in the stand for an hour, probably till around 5:30 and I decided to rattle for a buck, and using my grunt call. I did this for like 10 minutes, making sure that if any bucks were around I made sure they heard it, and after a few minutes it worked. I heard the crunching of leaves heading towards my direction. It was still pitch black besides a few beams of dim light from the moon and I was sitting there 15 feet in the air listening to a big buck walking near me. My excitement was unreal. I had never had a buck react this close and this fast before. And I was fumbling silently with my rifle. I had it in my lap and I was kinda shivering with excitement. The buck is getting closer, so close I can hear it panting, oh boy. Exe, and I kinda see movement in the darkness. And I see a large rack pass through the dim moonbeam. It stops and is panting. I can hear it shifting around. I can't see shit but I can hear it. I lean forward to try and see it. I see a shape down below my stand. I can see its rack, but really nothing else. I hear it about to walk around the tree I was sitting against and I saw it pass by the tree with the moonbeam. It was a large humanoid. I'm Native American by the way, so I immediately knew it was a Wendigo. Its bony clawed hand scraped across the tree and its elongated human-looking foot passed by the tree afterward. I'm silently shitting myself. My .308 could hurt it but I've never really encountered a Wendigo before and had only heard stories from people and the internet. I can hear it get further and further away, getting to the top of the hill. I'm sitting in the stand with my back against the tree, just listening to this thing walk by me. I suddenly get the urge to look around the tree to see if I can see anything of it, immediately regret it. It's standing on the hill looking at me, picture related. At this point, I was just getting ready to die. But for some reason, almost as if my arms were on autopilot, I raised my rifle and aimed for its forehead, and pulled the trigger. Didn't even flinch, just standing there looking at me with glowing eyes, and that's when it turned and walked down the hill with a huge hole in between its eyes. I sat there for hours afterward, just waiting to get attacked and mauled to death. Of course, nothing happened, so I got down and ran back to my truck and got the fuck out of there. On the way out I looked back to the hill from the gate and I saw it standing there, watching me leave. Never will go back. I'm shaking right now after typing this. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. Thanks for reading my ramblings.